Welcome back to G40 Alt Universe. It is round 8, and next up is the UK, the USA, and China. And it is getting towards that sort of crunch time period of the game. We've got Germany finally made a push into Russia with a sizable stack and lots more motorized tanks and mech on the way. They will soon be catching up with their push. See if Russia can hold out against that. We've got the Italians making their way slowly towards not India. Possibly we might see a battle there happening in the next couple of turns. And we've got the Japanese looking like they're going to push into the US mainland now with a decisive stack of just under 20 infantry and more. Mechanized units behind them, possibly going in there. Japan building lots of infantry. Not sure what Japan will do, but we will soon see. They're also holding out in F-13. The US has got their main fleet not too far away. Unfortunately, we can't make an attack in there this turn, but we will clear the way for a possible invasion. Let's see what the US is going to do. So for purchases, we are going to build 3 bombers, 2 destroyers, 2 submarines, 1 transport, 1 infantry, 1 artillery, and this will come to 78 IPCs all spent. Combat. We have a number of combat moves. It looks like 5, I believe. And let's start off down here, since we are already here. It's quite messy, as you can see, but I'll try and make sense of it. In this sea zone here, 83, we have our main fleet, which I've put on these plates just a little bit further up top, because there's just so many of them. Basically, what we're going to do... think about this 1 second. Okay, right. This German cruiser and transport is going down. We're going to send in 1 submarine from 83. Okay, and we're going to support this battle with, coming off the carrier, we got 3 fighters and 1 tactical. And they are going in there at the movement of 1. And they'll have 3 movement points left, and we'll probably end up landing them back on the carriers, which are going to stay in 83, so I'm not marking that. The second combat is, and this gets a little bit tricky because we've got lots of transports and lots of infantry and artillery, but basically what we've got is 7 transports, and I've split them into different groups here. So these 3 are holding 3 infantry, 3 artillery. These 3 are holding 5 infantry and 1 artillery, and then we have 1 transport holding just 1 infantry. Now this 1 transport is going to break away from the rest of the fleet, and we're going to move it into 95, and all going well in 95, the battle against that cruiser, we will be offloading him into F11, where we've got a just an Italian fighter all on its lonesome. We will attack that with 1 infantry, and then the rest of the air force coming off of the carriers, which is 2 tacticals at the movement of 2, and 2 fighters also at the movement of 2. And then finally, the rest of the transport ships, we have 6 of them, are going to be dropping everything else, that's all of this stuff, into UK 19 from the sea zone where they are. From sea zone 83, so they're just going to offload into into UK 19, and we're actually not supporting that with any air units. Is that wise? Probably not, but we'll find out. I think that is it for down here then. Let's move on. Try and keep this quick. Up the top here, we've got another fleet. We've got 4 transports and we've got some destroyers, and we've also got some troops. We've got 5 infantry and 2 artillery boarding the 4 transports, as well as the tank here in US 6. So 5 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 tank. And the transports are coming down to Sea Zone 58, and we will offload those into UK 14. Boom, just like that. That is a walk-on. So we are liberating UK 14 from German control. So Germany will come down 2. They're at 72 plus 8. And UK is going up to 11 on the IPC chart. And the last battle we have is over here in US 21, of course. We have an Italian mechanized unit in there. We will be attacking that with 1 mech and 1 tank from US 17. Is that enough? Probably. Given that there's 10 IPCs at stake, I might actually just bring in a second mech as well. So let's take in 2 mech and 1 tank. Yeah, why not? So those are the 5 battles. Let's go ahead and get them resolved. Seeing as we are here already, we will start with this battle against that annoying Japanese mech. So what we've got is 1 tank, and we've got 2 mech. And I'll throw in a blue as well for the Japanese defending mech. And everyone misses. So let's try again. And the tank hit, and thankfully the Japanese mech missed. So it seems perhaps didn't need to bring in the second mech after all. But oh well. 1 mech dead, 2 mechs survived, 1 IPC regained. So USA is going up 58, and Japan is coming down 63 to 62. All right. Carrying on then, let's see if we can clear this sea zone from this this German cruiser. And we do have a submarine attacking that, so we get a surprise strike. But I will roll for everything anyway. We've got 3 fighters and a tactical bomber, which will be paired. And let's see. We get 4 hits, which is pretty good. No hit from the sub though, so the cruiser will get to return fire. Let's see what the cruiser can do on the way down. Does get a hit, so we lose our submarine, but the Germans lose a cruiser and a transport ship. And just realised I should have probably done the amphibious assault first, because that is stated in the rules, as Contango often points out. Can't remember why you need to do those first. I remember figuring out why, but I can't remember what it is. Anyway, let's carry on with what are we doing? Yeah, the amphibious assault here, this one. So we're going to attack that Italian fighter with an infantry, and with 2 fighters and 2 tacks. And we get 2 hits. Even the infantry got a hit. And we will return fire. Let's see if this fighter will deny capture. It does, yes. So we lose an infantry. I'm not going to lose a plane over for the sake of a 2 IPC territory. So we're going to not capture, but we will take out this Italian fighter. And last but not least, we have the amphibious assault here in UK 19, I think this is. We have a lot of infantry and artillery. Just need one hit. So we have 4 artillery. Let's roll for the 4 artillery. 4, and 4 paired infantry. And if we don't get a hit, then I'll roll for the 1s as well. 3, 4. Oops. Should get 2 hits here. And we get 2 hits here. So that's good. Taking out the German infantry. Let's see if he will bring down a guy with him. Would be beautiful if we could not lose a guy. And we don't lose a guy. Awesome. Right, so that's that. 1 infantry dead, and we're liberating UK 19 again for the UK, which is worth 2, I think. Yep. 2 IPCs. So on the IPC tracker, I have Germany now at 6 plus 72, and the UK going up 2 to 13. Non-combat moves then. Let me see. Right, let's move from 83. We've got 2 submarines. Let's move 2 subs down to Sea Zone 96 and put them on convoy raiding duties down there. So a friendly reminder to Contango to roll for those 2 subs during your turn. We're going to... I think we're going to leave our fleet in 83. So that just means we need to land all the planes back on the carriers. Just like that. We are going to move from the north here. 1 destroyer from 35 into 55. We're going to move our submarine in 35 down to 58. We are going to move the destroyers from up the top in 29, of which we have 5, down to 58. And where are we moving the bombers? Let's move the bombers down to G20, the island in Sea Zone 58. Like so. I think that's it for the US on this side. Only other non-combat move for the US is up here. Let's move the 2 infantry down to US 20. And the 2 tanks and 2 mech, believe it or not, are just going to get out of there and head over to the other side of the board. Over to US 6. Is that a good idea? No idea. And the fighter, we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to join up with the bombers as well on G20. That's it for the US, I think. Yeah, so let's place our units. I'm going to place 3 strategic bombers in US 5. We're going to place 2 destroyers into 35, as well as 1 sub. I'm going to place 1 sub in 29, 1 transport in 29, and yeah, 1 infantry, 1 artillery up in US 5. And usual deal for collected monies. We are at 58 on the chart. We've got 2 national objectives for plus 20. So we will collect 78, which is as much as we spent. All right, so China. China is going to be purchasing 8 infantry in, well, I don't know how I'm going to place these yet, but I've got them in a stack of 3, and 2 stacks of 1. This will be for 24 IPCs, meaning we will be saving 1 in the bank. And we have 2 combat moves for China. First of all, we are going to be doing a walk-on in to C21. We'll take that back. So China goes up to 19 and Japan down to 61. And the second combat move is going to be in C9, where we are basically going all in, minus 1 dude. We're going to send in 13 infantry and 1 artillery against 1 infantry. Is this a good idea? We'll find out, I guess. Japan has made some horrible attacks, at least for me, against the Chinese, taking out lots of Chinese guys for little losses on his part. So let's see if this is a blunder again. That's it. So let's go ahead and roll for this battle. We should get a hit. Lots of 1s, but only 2 2s, so we'll see. We have 1 infantry and 1 artillery paired. Let's see if I get a hit here. No, of course not. So that means we've got to roll for another 12 1s. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I've only got 10, so I'll do 10. Come on, get a hit. Got 2 hits, perfect. And returning fire is it's here, it's a miss. So that's fine. The attack has been successful, and we will take back C9 from the Japanese, who will come down to 60, and China will go up to 20. Straight into the non-combat phase then. What we're going to do is, I kind of wish I went for C10 as well, actually. Could I have, though? No, I don't think I could have. Okay, don't worry. 1 infantry in C8 going to C15. We've got 6 infantry in C2 coming down to C8. We've got 2 infantry from C19 going into J6. And then 1 infantry from C19 going into J7. And that is it. So for placement of units, let's do 3 in C18. Let's do 3 in C19. And then 2 in C9. And I may change that at a later point, but that's what we'll go with for now. China is at 20. We saved 1 on the chart. No, we didn't. We saved 1 in the bank. We have 1 national objective. So I make that 23 bucks for China for next turn. And now, last but not least, we have the UK. And our purchases are all the way up here. We have purchases of 4 infantry and 2 stacks of 2. And we have repair 3 damage from the naval base in UK 14. And that will come to 15 IPCs all spent. Combat, 1 combat move for the UK this turn. That is here in UK 28. We're going to go in with 1 infantry and our air force. So 2 fighters and a tactical. And hope for the best. One infantry 2 fighters, 1 tactical, 1 defending Italian. Bollocks. Italian got a hit. We got 2 as well though. So no capture. But we will trade 1 unit for 1 unit. Probably wouldn't have been able to collect for that territory anyway, given the convoy raiding that's been happening. So we'll just take off the infantry, and yeah, that's it. That's it for combat for the UK. So with the few units we have left, I think this is only 1 non-combat move. We have a transport here in 83, moving 3 spaces, 1, 2, and 3 up to 35. If you can see that, up to 35 here. And our strap bomber as well is going to fly down to UK 10. All right, let's remove that damage as well. We're going to take 3 damages off of this naval base, so it's left with 1 damage. And we will collect money, which is 13 IPCs on the chart. No savings, but we do have a national objective of 5, which is to have these. This is so messy down here. I need to clean this up. To have this this region here clear of enemy Axis warships. So we have +5, so I make that 18 IPCs collected for the UK. Or is it? Because we have some convoy raids to account for. 2 of them, in fact. Bloody Italians. So here we have up to 3 IPCs, which could be sunk. Be kind, Italy, please. Really need this money. So I'll roll 2 dice for the convoy in 88. 3, it's unbelievable. So 3 losses there, and actually this one doesn't count anymore because I don't have the territory. So we will collect 15 because we lose 3. Unbelievably. Oh, yo, yo. Anyway, that's it. So I haven't placed my units. Let's do. I know I've stacked them like this. I'm actually going to do this instead. So 3 infantry are going to go into North India, and then we've got 1 going into UK 10. And that is it for everything. So yes, I will do a quick recap now of the board. The funnest part of every turn. Starting off with the US, we've got 2 subs in 96, 95, 1 transport. 83, we have our fleet. I probably don't need to list all this, but I will. 4 carriers with 5 fighters and 3 tacticals. 2 battleships, we've got 3 cruisers, we've got 5 destroyers, and we've got 6 transport ships. 1 destroyer in 55. In 35 we have 2 destroyers and a submarine. Also got a UK transport. Up in US 5 we have 3 bombers, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Off the shore we have a transport and a sub. US 6, 2 tanks and 2 mech. While I'm here, I'm going to do the UK stuff as well. UK 10 has 3 infantry, a tank, and a bomber. And in 83, with our fleet, we've got a UK battleship, carrier, and destroyer. Sea Zone 58 has 5 destroyers, 1 submarine, and 4 transport ships. In G20, we have 3 strat bombers and a fighter. And here in UK 14, we have 5 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 tank. Not India has 13 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 mech, 2 tanks, 3 AA guns, 2 fighters, 1 tactical. Down here in US 21, 2 mech and 1 tank. Just behind them in US 20, 2 infantry. I think that's it. So for China, we have 1 guy in 21. In C18, we have 3. C19, we have 3. C15, we have 1. C8, we have 6. And C9, we have 15 infantry and 1 artillery. That, I think, is everyone accounted for. So next up is Italy. Best of luck to Contango. Let's see what happens. And thank you for watching.